Roland Emmerich just hates the White House.
Right?
Because if you think about it, I mean, you have Independence Day where he blew it up and it's famous. Then you have to think that during, I don't know if they showed it, but
the day after tomorrow,
it must have gotten destroyed.
Something must have happened in 2012.
And 2012, it must have been destroyed. And then in this movie, they destroy the whole fucking thing.
Now they're going inside.
Yeah.
And ruining it from there.
Roland Emmerich really likes to destroy the White House.
Yeah, he's just figuring out, he's like, I can't keep blowing it up. What can I do? Send people in there to fuck it up for me.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Hi, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Jerry.
Welcome to Reasons to See.
Where we give you reasons to see.
And not to see. White House down. So let's watch this fucking review. Reason to see number 1. Channing Tatum. I don't know how this guy does it. He sucked one day and then before you know it, he's just cooler every movie.
He's kind of like The Rock, except whiter.
Channing Tatum is the shit now. He is just absolutely fucking cool as fuck.
How many more fucks can you ram into that?
I don't know. He plays this guy who is essentially like John McClane again, you know?
Isn't his name like John Cale?
Yeah, they gladly talk about in the interviews like how much they're paying tribute to Die Hard. So it's not some copycat. They're actually saying like, no, there are things we are doing specific homages to. Okay. Like Channing Tatum, like in the wife beater.
Yeah.
And like him getting all bloodied up and shit. I mean, the fucking plot for crying out loud. And like how his daughter is like, hey John, why don't you call me Dad? You know?
I'm a Gennaro.
Tatum should have just said that at one point in this movie. I'm a Gennaro.
I'm a Gennaro. Yeah.
He has so many layers, you know. He's a very sympathetic guy. You can feel this guy's longing and you can feel his backstory. He's making real three-dimensional performances, this dude. And I think this is the first movie that I've seen of him where I'm like, yeah, this dude's a fucking star.
Yeah, well, and I mean, he's got a really good blend, especially in this movie. You know, he can do the sort of fun, more lighthearted moments. He can do the sort of, I'm a dad trying to be there for my daughter moments, and then he can do convincing, badass ex-military guy moments. Yeah. So he's got the whole package for this movie.
He can do like all the different genres. He's very layered. The dude is a total fucking star.
He's getting better each time, man.
Yeah, each time, right? Channing Tatum, way to go, buddy.
Yeah, good job, man.
I respect you. You're not just a pretty boy anymore.
Yeah. Well, you're still pretty though.
Yeah, you're still pretty fucking hot. Suck your dick.
Reason to see number 2. Jamie Foxx.
This dude was like Barack Obama with what Jamie Foxx would do with Barack Obama. He sort of had like caricature moments, but they kind of fit for this movie and they're the weird kind of tones it strikes. He's acknowledging, I'm a black president in this movie because we have a black president. So there's a sort of sense of humor that you can see that he kind of has about it, but at the same time, it's not like he just treats the movie like a joke. Like he takes it seriously. He does a very good job in this movie. He's funny to watch. You know, him and Channing Tatum are very funny together. And they have a great back and forth, like a really good back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed all the scenes they have together, where they're, fighting alongside each other, and the president's learning how to hold his own. And
like, they bring out the best in each other during these, like, tough situations. And the funny thing about this movie is it has, like, a really cheesy sort of setup. Like, don't we have the best job?
Yeah, we are the Secret Service. We protect the president. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. You weren't there for your daughter. What kind of father are you gonna be? You have this terrible past. When are you gonna learn? So it's all obviously leading down that path, but the way it's executed is very fun to watch. Yeah, they set up Jamie Foxx's character like a man who's never even been in the military, he's gonna learn to become a badass and
topical and relevant.
And then at the same time, Channing Tatum, he's gonna learn a little something from Jamie Foxx too. The two of them together, I wish I could make that a category: Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. Like there's the Channing Tatum category, the Jamie Foxx category, and the Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx category. Yeah. The real reason to see number 3. Reason to see number 3: The Bad Guys. So we can't give it all away for you because, they're bad guys and there's twists and turns, but there's a great ensemble here. Actually, you know what? The whole supporting cast is great.
Yeah, the whole there are a lot of people in this movie that I didn't know were even in it. It's like I had no idea that Richard Jenkins was in this or that James Woods was in this.
Yeah, when James Woods first showed up, I was like, is is that a really old James Woods?
And then, like, Maggie Gyllenhaal's in it. I had no idea she was in it. And then the
Jason
guy,
Clarke was
Jason
in it.
Clarke, I didn't know he was in it. And I was like, where did you guys come from?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, it's a great supporting cast. You know, like all the acting. That's something that really impressed me with this movie was the cast. Was everyone was doing a great job. And you know, you hear like Roland Emmerich, and you think like, oh, another movie that's just gonna care about like being all crazy about the action and stuff like that. But he really knew how to like bring a solid cast together who brought, you know, their A game to the movie. You got to know all of them too. You really feel like in Act 1, not just like the first 10 minutes, like in Act 1, you really feel like you get to know all these people, that you get comfortable just seeing what's going on before shit starts getting crazy. But that's what's great, is to connect to an action movie where it's like, yeah, you're actually connected to the characters, especially the main character.
Yeah.
Channing fucking Tatum.
Reason to see number 4. Directing and cinematography.
I'm not like the Roland Emmerich hater that like everyone else is. I enjoyed some of his movies and stuff, and you know, I thought he had a really good time with this film. Like, it's got a whole bunch of layers. There's a lot of action, yes. There's like political drama. There's good twists. There's good surprises. There's really good suspense. It's funny. Like, there's so much to it, and it's all shot really cool. Like, the lighting was excellent. Just the actual imagery of it. It was all shot on like wide angles the whole time.
Yeah, it really makes you feel like you're in the White House.
Yes, right.
How big that is, which is cool, you know.
It doesn't feel like they're just in a set or a few rooms.
Yeah.
Like, you really get the sense like these guys are in the White House right now.
There were times where I was like, what is the tone here? Because there are times when it's like people are shooting each other and you feel the impact and it's really dark. And there are other times where it gets, you know, like this banter heavy comedy. And then you have certain bad guys who are like really whimsical sort of, so
really, I didn't get that feel. I feel like it all sort of made sense. I thought there was sort of a humorous tone throughout. I mean, there's scenes where it's like, yeah, that's just a serious scene, but I felt like in every scene there felt like there was always room for a little humor. And that's how you feel. I can't judge you on that. Like, I can't be like, feel differently.
But yeah, no, I mean, Homeboy knows how to put a big thrilling action movie together, and it's, you know, shot well. I was surprised. I forgot that this was PG-13.
Yeah, I was getting confused going, is this rated R?
So I was like, this is a pretty hard PG-13 movie. Like, lots of people die, there's lots of gunfire.
Yeah, it's definitely violent.
There's not like blood spray, but there's blood at times, you know? Shit blows. I was sitting there and then the PG-13 came out at the end and I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like, how did you talk your way into that one? You know?
One thing I gotta say is like there's a lot of movies that are like replicates of Die Hard, and this to me is like one of the better ones. You know what I mean?
Of all Die Hard-esque movies, this is a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn good one.
Yeah.
Reason to see number 5. Action and effects. But you know, before I get into the action, one thing I gotta say is what's so cool is like Channing Tatum proved he can be an action star. We've seen him in like other roles where he's cool, you know, he's a badass because of who he is. Rare is that role for him where it's like, no, that right there, that is what you wanted the first G.I. Joe to do for you, but this is where it's really going down. You could be an action hero who gets his own franchise and shit. Marvel, approach him for something, please. But the action was cool because it felt very actiony, but yet it had such a sense of realism behind it, not like too real.
Because nobody can hit Channing Tatum.
yeah. There's that.
Yeah, he's bulletproof.
But there's also like the fact that people will eventually sometimes get bloodied up and shit like that, or you get to know a lot of these bad, because in like Olympus Has Fallen there's like a shitload of bad guys. And this one, it's like you kind of get to know a little bit about each member. So when they get killed, it's like, all right, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
It's thank God he's out of there. Just a few more to go now.
But it does not skimp on bullets.
No, not at all.
Punches.
I thought it was rated R just because it's a violent movie.
It is a very violent movie.
It's not like an action movie that's just like, I wouldn't call Transformers violent, but I call it an action movie. This is like a violent movie.
It's not super bloody, but like all the sound effects and all the like, there's lots of bullet spray and people clearly die. Like
they hit a little girl in the face.
Yeah, they hold the gun up to a little girl's head
like 3 times or something.
You know, there are hostages taken. There are fist fights. People get blown up with grenades. You know,
but somehow it still manages to be an entertaining film.
It toes that balance between heavy action but still popcorn fun.
There are moments you rarely get this with an action character, but there are real moments where you're like, Way to go, Channing.
Yeah.
You killed him.
And that's also
there's some cool kills too. There's some pretty sweet. I'm like, that's how you take out a bad guy.
Yeah.
There's a real fear for Channing Tatum a lot of the time. You know, there's always a sense that they could lose in a way. There's a sense of danger. There's an actual sense of danger when it comes to these guys.
The stakes keep getting higher.
Yeah. He feels very human, and it feels like, you know, shit really could happen to him that's bad. You know, he doesn't feel like he's impossible and Mr. Badass who's just going to take care of the day. He's someone who really seems like he has to be courageous and save the day.
Yeah, totally.
Rather than like, you know, because you said these action heroes where it's like, okay, bad guy. Not a big deal, you know?
Yeah, like Die Hard 5. Where it's just like, I'm just gonna kill everything.
Yeah, exactly.
No one can kill me, the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill civilians, it doesn't matter.
Fuck it.
You know, run all you over, sorry!
There's no jeopardy.
There are some pretty cool effects, like how I was commenting earlier on the helicopter shot going through the city like that. That looks very real. Like a lot of the times where it's like that has to be visual effects. There's this great shot that they show in the trailer where the car's like flipping through the air, and that looks great! Like I watched it, like it looks very real.
They obviously spent money on this.
Yeah. Ryan's consensus. A great Hollywood action flick is the reason to see White House Down. A great Hollywood action flick is the reason to see White House Down. Yeah, Channing Tatum's great, the whole cast is great, solid script, solid directing. Those are all the reasons to see solid action.
Jerry's consensus. Fun summer popcorn action is the reason to see White House Down. Fun summer popcorn action is the reason to see White House Down. I enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would. I had a good time. You know, it's got a little more to it than your typical summer fare, and it's a lot of fun. You know, go check it out.
Alright guys, thanks for checking out our show. Why don't you go ahead, scroll that comment box below, and tell us which one's better. Let's hear it. Olympus Has Fallen or White House Down.
And also, after you're done with that, if you want to check out more episodes of Reasons to See, click the link right here.
And if you want to follow us on Facebook, you know, like us on Facebook, click the link right here. And if you want to tweet us on Twitter, get it? It's not really a get it joke, but...
Yeah, it wasn't even a joke at all.
Yeah, I just stated a fact.
What the thing was and how you use it.
Yeah. Click the link right here.
If you want to watch this movie, if you get my meaning. And last but not least, if you want to get updated every time a new review or a video is out, subscribe!
Or Roland Emmerich will blow up your home.
He will.
Yeah.
What was that you said?
That's the power
it's your house down.
Your house down, yeah.
And I don't know if there will be a Channing Tatum here to save you, or a small girl willing to spout out lots of facts about your house.
Yeah, definitely. Have you seen the trailer for Escape Plan?
No, what is that?
It's the movie. It's the movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, that movie.
That movie.
No, I haven't. I've seen the poster.
That movie sounds cooler than what it looks like it's gonna be.
Got to get out!
I'm in the prison. I run a gang in the prison.
Oh, look out! This prison.
I built this place. You eat like a vegetarian. That's what he says in the line. It's his line in one of his lines. You eat like a vegetarian.
That's exciting.
He plays like a prison gang leader in a way.
Okay. I saw the post. It said something about like two dudes in the most secure prison in the world.
Yeah, I think like Rambo built the place or something. The character Rambo.
We should just give up on most secure prisons in the world because that never means anything.
It doesn't matter.
Remember, like Lockout came out and it was like the most secure prison in the world isn't even on Earth. It's not that secure.
Yeah, you guys just got in there pretty easily.
Yeah,
and just trying to take someone out.
Yeah. Escape from New York. This movie is different from Olympus Has Fallen, which I appreciate.
Oh, thank God, right?
I didn't hate that movie. Like, there's stuff in that movie that works. This movie is more consistently good, but, you know, I mean, that's going to be the sequel, is they're going to make the Gerard Butler character and the Channing Tatum character partners.
That would be so cool.
That would be so cool. Because they were both badass in their own way, you know.
And they're, this movie has the most presidents I've ever seen.
Yeah. There are a lot of presidents.
There are a lot of people becoming president in this movie.
Yeah, there are.